14 children, all saw the same thing, and not one of them ever stopped being afraid. Bridge that calls dogs to their deaths. A photograph so disturbing a government locked it away for 50 years. A light that moves through solid forest with no source. And a body falling from a sky that was completely empty. These are not legends. These are not myths. These were recorded, witnessed, and never explained. You're already watching. It's already too late to look away. It started like any other Thursday. Cold Welsh air, grey February sky, the sound of children playing on a schoolyard, laughing, running, alive with the noise only children make when the world still feels safe. And then, something landed in the field next to them. Not a plane, not a helicopter, something silver, something oblong, hovering just above the grass. The first child to see it froze. Then another stopped. Then another. One by one, 14 children pressed themselves against the fence, staring at something they had no words for, something that seemed to know they were watching. He told them to draw what they saw. 14 children, separated, no talking, no comparing. 14 drawings came back. All 14 were identical. The same silver craft, the same dome top, the same proportions. Some drew figures near it, tall, silver-suited, moving slowly near the object as if inspecting something on the ground. Over the following weeks, reports flooded in from across Pembrokeshire. A hotel owner woke in the night to a blinding light hovering outside her window. 2 figures moved beneath it, tall, faceless, unconcerned that she was watching. The British Ministry of Defence launched an investigation, and then quietly buried it. The declassified files revealed they had no explanation. The investigators called the witnesses credible. The children's drawings were filed as evidence, marked unexplained. Those children are adults now, middle-aged, with children of their own, and every single one of them says the same thing when asked about that February morning. We saw it. We all saw it. And it saw us. If 14 children independently drew the same craft, what exactly did they see? Dogs don't die the way humans do. They don't plan it. They don't reason it. They don't walk calmly to the edge of a bridge, look down, and jump. And yet, since the 1950s, over 300 dogs have leapt from the same spot on Overtoun Bridge in Milton, Scotland. The same spot, every single time. Not scattered across the bridge. Always the same parapet, the same stone, the same 50-foot drop onto the rocks below. At least 50 dogs died on impact. The ones that survived climbed back up, walked to the same spot, and jumped again. It only happens on clear days, only from the right side of the bridge, only between the last 2 parapets on the north side. Whatever is calling them, it's precise, it's deliberate, it knows exactly where to stand. Scientists say it's the scent of mink beneath the bridge. That dog's a hunting instinct overriding their survival instinct. But that doesn't explain the ones who climbed back up. That doesn't explain why they returned to the exact same stone and jumped again. Local people have another name for Overtoun Bridge. They call it a thin place, a place where the barrier between this world and whatever is next to it is almost too thin to hold. 300 dogs, same bridge, same stone, same drop. No camera has ever captured what they see when they reach that edge. No investigation has ever explained why they go back. So ask yourself this: what is standing on that bridge that only dogs can see? In August 1990, 2 hikers in the Scottish Highlands photographed something in the sky above them. The image was so clear, so undeniable, so impossible, that the British government classified it immediately and kept it hidden for 32 years. The Calvine Photograph showed a massive diamond-shaped craft, solid, metallic, hovering completely still above the tree line. Military jets were visible in the frame, chasing it, or escorting it. The distinction matters, because nobody will say which. The Defense Intelligence staff received the photograph. They held it for 6 years. Then they destroyed the file. But one person kept a copy, a press officer. He hid it for decades. And when he finally gave it to a researcher in 2022, he refused to say why he kept it. He refused to say what he knew. He just said, "People should see this before it's too late." When analysts finally examined the photograph, they noted something that had no explanation. The craft had no exhaust, no engine housing, no visible means of propulsion. It was simply there, hovering, motionless, as if gravity was a rule it had chosen not to follow. The British government has never officially acknowledged the Calvine photograph. The jets in the image have never been identified. The hikers have never been named. And the craft in that image has never been explained. So who was in those jets? And what were they following? There is a gravel road in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. It dead ends into forest. It goes nowhere. And every single night, something comes down that road. The Paulding light has been witnessed for over a century. It appears without warning. A glowing orb, sometimes white, sometimes red, moving through the trees, rising, falling, darting, then vanishing, then returning, as if it is searching for something. Thousands of people have stood at the end of that road and watched it. Police officers, scientists, journalists, a team from Michigan Tech University. They all saw the same thing, and every scientific explanation they brought with them collapsed on contact with the light. The oldest legend says it is the ghost of a railway brakeman, killed on the tracks that once ran through this forest, swinging his lantern, still warning trains of danger, trains that no longer run, on tracks that no longer exist. Hundreds of videos exist, shot on phones, on cameras, on dashcams. The light appears in all of them, moving independently, changing color, splitting into two. In one recording, it approaches the camera, slowly, deliberately, and then at the last moment, stops, as if it realized it was being watched. Every explanation has been tested. Power lines, headlights, natural gas, car reflections. None of them hold. The light doesn't follow traffic patterns. It appears when roads are empty, It moves in directions nothing earthly moves. So what is it? And why? Does it keep coming back to the same road every single night? The Bingham Canyon Mine in Utah is one of the largest open-pit copper mines on Earth. A crater so vast, so deep, it can be seen from space. And in 2013, a security camera recorded something falling into it. The footage shows a clear sky, no aircraft, no birds, nothing, and then a human shape falls through the frame, arms out, tumbling, falling at speed into the mine below. The camera captures it for 4 seconds. Then it's gone. Mine security launched an immediate search. Every level, every ledge, every terrace of that mile-wide crater. They found nothing. No body, no blood, no equipment, no clothing, no evidence that anything or anyone had landed. There was no access to the sky above that sector of the mine. No flight paths. No authorized personnel. No missing persons reported in the region. Nothing on radar. Nothing on any other camera. Just a body, falling from nowhere. Analysts who studied the footage noted the shape was consistent with a human adult. The fall trajectory was wrong. Whatever fell was not in free fall. It was moving at an angle, almost controlled, as if it had been placed there, released from something above the frame. The mine's parent company never released the footage publicly. It was shared by a former employee. The company has never commented. The employee has since disappeared from public life, and no authority, local, state, or federal, has ever opened an investigation. A body fell from an empty sky into a mine the size of a city and vanished without a trace. No investigation, no explanation, no closure. So tell me, where did it come from? And where did it go? 5 cases, 5 different countries, 5 different decades, 5 different phenomena, and yet every single one of them shares the same ending. Official silence, destroyed files, missing evidence, and witnesses who spend the rest of their lives certain of what they saw, and certain that no one will believe them. The cameras caught it. The witnesses reported it. The investigators confirmed it. And then someone, somewhere, made a decision that you shouldn't know, that the files should disappear, that the witnesses should be discredited, that the questions should go unanswered. And they have. For decades. For all of our lifetimes. Here is the thing about unexplained phenomena. They don't stay unexplained because there is no answer. They stay unexplained because someone decided the answer was too dangerous to give. 14 children drew the same thing. 300 dogs walked to the same edge. A photograph was hidden for 32 years. A light has wandered the same road for a century. And a body fell from an empty sky and was never found. None of it has been explained. None of it ever will be. And somewhere out there, right now, something else is happening. Something someone is filming. Something that will be classified by morning and forgotten by design. If you made it this far, you already know you're not like most people. Most people don't ask questions. Most people accept the story they're given. Close the tab. Move on. Sleep fine. You didn't. And that matters. Because the cases you just watched, are not the hardest ones to find. They're just the ones they were least careful about hiding. There are others, deeper ones, cases with no names attached, no witnesses left to interview, evidence that existed for 48 hours before someone made it disappear. We've been finding them, and we'll keep finding them. This channel doesn't exist to entertain you. It exists because someone has to. Subscribe to NightTrace. Not for the algorithm. Not for the numbers. Because the next case we find, you'll want to know about it before it disappears again. We'll be back. We always find our way back. The only question is, will you still be paying attention?